Jake and Leo's Great Pirate Adventure in Neverland. Once upon a time in the magical land of Neverland, there lived a young boy named Leo. Leo was 6 years old, full of energy, and always looking for an adventure. One warm summer evening, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Leo's best friend Jake arrived at his window. Jake was an expert in astronomy and loved to gaze at the stars, but tonight he had something even more exciting planned. "Leo, are you ready for an adventure?" Jake whispered. "Tonight, we're going to sail the seas on a pirate ship and discover treasure." Leo's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Let's do it," he exclaimed. With a sprinkle of pixie dust and a helping hand from Peter Pan, Leo and Jake flew out of the window and into the starlit sky. They soared over the treetops and across the shimmering waters of Neverland until they landed on a grand pirate ship. The ship's sails billowed in the moonlight, and the wooden deck creaked beneath their feet. "Welcome aboard the Jolly Roger," said Jake. "Our mission is to find the hidden treasure before Captain Hook does." Leo's heart raced with excitement. He had always dreamed of being a brave pirate and outwitting the notorious Captain Hook. With Peter Pan by their side and their trusted compass in hand, the adventure began. The ship sailed through the night, guided by the stars Jake knew so well. They navigated through mysterious fog and evaded sea monsters, all the while keeping an eye out for any sign of Captain Hook. As the sun began to rise, they spotted a distant island with a lush, green jungle. "That's Skull Island," said Jake. "The treasure must be hidden there." They anchored the ship and carefully made their way onto the island. The jungle was thick with vines and colorful flowers, and the air was filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. Leo and Jake followed an old, tattered map, which led them deep into the heart of the jungle. Suddenly, they heard a twig snap behind them. They turned around to see Captain Hook and his band of sneaky pirates emerging from the shadows. Well, Captain Hook sneered. "It looks like we have some competition. You'll never find the treasure before me." Leo felt a surge of fear, but he remembered the lesson Jake had taught him about bravery. Summoning his courage, he stepped forward and faced Captain Hook. "We won't let you take the treasure," Leo said firmly. "We'll protect it for everyone to share." Captain Hook laughed, but Jake and Leo stood their ground. With a quick plan whispered between them, they darted into the jungle, leading the pirates on a wild chase. They swung on vines, climbed trees, and even used their wit to set clever traps that slowed the pirates down. Finally, they reached a hidden cave, just as the map had shown. Inside, they found a chest filled with glittering gold coins, sparkling jewels, and a note from a long-lost pirate king. The note read, "To those who find this treasure, remember that true wealth comes from sharing and friendship." Leo and Jake knew what they had to do. They quickly filled their pockets with a few precious gems and then carefully reburied the treasure chest. They ran back to the beach, where Peter Pan was waiting with the ship. "Hurry, let's go," Jake called out as they climbed aboard. As the ship sailed away, they could see Captain Hook and his pirates still tangled in the jungle, far from the treasure. Back on the Jolly Roger, Leo and Jake shared their adventure with Peter Pan. "We found the treasure, and we learned that true bravery comes from standing up for what's right," Leo said with a smile. "And we made sure the treasure will be there for anyone brave enough to find it," Jake added. As the sun set once more, Leo and Jake returned home, their pockets jingling with treasure and their hearts full of the lessons they had learned. They knew that their friendship and bravery would guide them on many more adventures to come. And so, as Leo drifted off to sleep, he dreamed of the stars, the sea, and the endless possibilities that awaited him in the magical land of Neverland.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.